Good morning, my name is Troy. I run a blog called troylast.co.za. For our first time viewers, welcome. So today is the 20th of September 2019. We find ourselves in this beautiful place called Zimbabwe on the Natal coast, and we also find ourselves at the end of National Wills Week. So today's blog is basically about drafting will and a couple of tips to do's and don'ts. So the first thing is you need to make sure that your will is up to date. Your will always work on last dated will, so if you have to be changing your will, you don't necessarily have to go and cancel last will, but just make sure that everybody that needs to deal with your will knows where your will is. You have various choices. You can do it through the bank, you can do it through your broker, you can do it through a lawyer, you can do it through Capital Legacy. There's a bunch of choices out there that you can choose. Choosing an executor, you need to be comfortable with whoever's going to be able to do the job properly on your demise. You can choose a co-executor, so you might want to choose a family member or somebody to assist with the executorship. That's always a good idea. Also think about trustees. So you might want to leave a trust for kids. So at the same time while you think about executorships, try and think about trustees. Guardians, while we're on the thing of children, you need to decide in terms of guardians. And the guardians and the trustees don't necessarily have to be the same person. So if you've got a family dilemma where it's husband and wife and you want both parts of the family to be involved, choose one to be the executor, one to be the trustee as an example. Something also just to bear in mind is the age of the trust for when for the kids. So I would normally advise at the age of 25. So what does that mean? It means that should something go to any of your kids, they will basically be able to claim from a trust up until a particular age. The reason I say 25, been my experience in the estate and investment game that maturity when you're inheriting R1 million or so counts tenfold. So 25 is a good age to try and look at, but that's a personal choice. In terms of having wills, multiple wills overseas and locally, just bear in mind that if you have a will overseas and you have a will here in South Africa and they apply to two different jurisdictions, two different sets of assets, make it very clear that that particular will only applies to that particular country's assets. So as an example, if you're in the UK and in South Africa, you must remember again, as I mentioned earlier, that your will works on your last dated will. So don't go and have your South African will and your UK will and nothing mentions about country, and you have a different wish for different countries. And so state in the will, if it's for a different country, this only applies to my South African assets or my UK assets, whatever it is. Then in terms of safekeeping of the will, what I would normally advise is try and have 3 originals if you can. One with your financial advisor, one that you keep, and one that your executorship or the people who's going to deal with your estate keep. For the simple reason, having one original and your house burns down can create a bit of a dilemma. Also very important, make sure that you know that, well, the people you need to deal with your estate know where your stuff is and that your affairs are in order. Good idea is to also attach a copy of your policy schedule, your short-term policy schedule with your will. For the reason it'll tell you whoever's going to deal with your estate what your assets are because they would have been insured. Also try and put as much information together as you can. Maybe put something on a USB port, put it in the safe. Try and make whoever's going to deal with your estate a lot more easier. So yeah, those are a couple of tips that you can have a look at. Try and reduce what the executor has to work on. So make sure that your beneficiaries on life policies don't necessarily leave your life policy to your estate unless you have a specific reason. I would suggest chat to your financial advisor about that particular structure. Yes, if you have a business and you have a buy and sell agreement or whatever legal agreement you've got, loans, whatever it is, please make sure that whatever legal agreements ties up with your will, it's going to create a bit of a conflict if the will says one thing and your buy and sell says something else. So make sure everything ties up, it's all nice and neat. So that's me, Troy Last, sitting here in Zimbabwe. We're going to go back to our conference and we hope to hear from you soon. Please drop us a line on Troy, T-R-O-Y, at troylast.co.za. If you have any questions or you would like us to maybe give you any feedback on any of the blogs that we've been posting. Thank you very much and have a good time.